Captain's log. Let's see where to begin. Well, let's start at the point where my story really changes. It was my second day as a Dusty for Argos Extractors. The Soul, May 7th, 2330. I rode down the elevator in the mine of Vectera with Lynn and Heller. Lynn did the final inspection on my suit and gave me her one rule: listen to Lynn.
Seals are good. Oxygen's good. Just do what you did last time, and you're fine. Follow my one simple rule. Hella, what's my one simple rule?
Listen to Lynn. Boss lady knows best.
Exactly. Listen to me. Mining's just like any other job. Go steady, go safe, go home with a pocket full of credits at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally. It's just like, I work in the Star Dock, except with more cave-ins, lasers, and accidental dismemberment.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're gonna be fine. Your first outing was solid. And, let's be honest, it ain't exactly astrophysics.
That's why I keep him around. Good pep talks.
Yeah, and the fact that I can pinpoint a helium deposit from 300 meters.
Not untrue. A shame we won't find any down here. But the metal deposits alone should pay for our own helium. Hell, after this, we'll have enough jump fuel to bounce from one end of the settled systems to the next.
Hey, more minerals, more money. And so the cycle repeats itself. Just no more unauthorized jumps in the house for room space, okay?
He's just a big baby. There are worse lives. You know, most Dusties don't even make it this far. I have a good feeling about you.
A group hug now or at the end of the shift?
One of these days, Hella, I am going to leave you behind.
Promises, promises.
After a pep talk, if you could call it that, it became apparent that we were on the hunt for a big score. Something worth more credits than you could shake a laser pistol
Okay,
at.
let's see what we've got. How are we on time?
A little longer. Grab some samples?
Always. But not you. Check on Isabel. Make sure she eases up on the breach. I don't feel like getting buried alive today.
Roger that.
Look at this one over here. Calvert! No! No. It's a laser, not a sledgehammer. Ease up! Benning, if you got paid per break, you'd be a millionaire. Let's go!
Yeah, okay.
Lynn, after
What do we
thoroughly
say,
chewing out
Dusty?
Calvert and Benny,
You make your
continued
cut,
her
you get
normal
your cut.
business-like
No
demeanor.
exceptions.
I
Come
trailed
on,
behind
stick
her
it
as we
out.
ventured further into the
Troy,
depths.
what's the yield?
Minimal at this point. Occasional glimmer, but it's weak.
What do you think? Stay the course?
No, ma'am. Juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Well, okay then. Let's call this one tapped. Why don't you move over to that big vein we looked at?
Yes, ma'am.
While it all seemed like a typical day, and little did I know things were about to take a turn for the strange. But first, of course, I had to collect some minerals for Lynn.
Dusty, you're up. Grab a cutter and mine what you can. Metal deposits are in that cavern. I'll shout
I
out
grabbed
the
my
next
cutter and got to work, feeling the miners' suspicious glances. I mean, after all, I was the new guy on the team.
Anyone else to bother? You got a few more digs to go before I feel like talking to you.
How they... Lynn sure seems to like you. Guess she would know, being the boss and all.
Ready, boys. Get back up here.
Lynn called me over and we regrouped with Heller as they broke through the cavern wall to reveal a natural cave system beyond.
Standard reading a clean break. Shut it down.
Let's go.
We entered the cave and the gravity
Ella,
readings
get
went
the readings.
haywire.
Yeah, about that.
Problem?
Not if you consider a spike in gravity readings a problem.
I don't.
Of course, Lynn didn't seem
Don't?
bothered at all.
What we're after? It'll read as an anomaly. That's what I was told anyway.
Okay, now you're starting to freak me out.
Relax. It's just another job. Come on.
She decided that the best person to explore this gravity-defying cave in search of an unknown item was yours truly,
Yeah, everything is just...
the new guy.
Lynn, seriously, there's something really effed up about this.
Where is it, Hella?
Through there, I think.
Okay, you're up. Something goes wrong in there, we'll come get you. What are you waiting for?
Why would anything go wrong?
Would you shut up? Both of you do your jobs. Client is on his way.
Clearly, I was not the most qualified, but probably the most expendable. I hesitated for a moment, thinking they were joking. They were not. Lucky me. Little did I know that this single decision, this one moment, would change my life forever.
Still getting weird gravity readings. I guess that's a good thing. Just keep going.
I ventured deeper into the cavern with only my helmet's feeble little light to guide me.
Do you see anything?
I'll never forget that feeling. The rocks floating around some strange object. Cleared the debris and I reached out. As I came to, I could hear Lynn. My head throbbed. I'd had a vision. It felt like the universe was trying to show me something profound. It was too much to process.
Come on.
At first, I
Okay,
couldn't
take it
speak,
easy.
and they handed me a
We're out
tablet
cold.
with my dossier.
No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
It had my background as a soldier, details of my alien DNA tests, info about my parents, and even the fact that I was once a wanted man. Yeah, it was definitely me, good old Steele. But even as I reviewed the information, my head
military
was
always
still
knows how to
ringing
get
with
the
what
job
I had
done.
seen. I'm pretty sure Lynn still doesn't believe what I witnessed. And I mean, honestly, it's hard to
Easy
believe
there,
it myself.
high flyer. Probably just the endorphins kicking in when you passed out. Don't go having an experience on me. You'll walk it off. More importantly, we got what we were looking for.
All this trouble for that stupid thing? Huh, sure don't look like much.
Never mind what it looks like. It's worth more than this mine has pulled in all month. We'll be... Speak of the devil. Our constellation
Now,
contact is
Lynn
on
and
the
Heller
approach.
rambled on about the Explorers Guild,
Explorers
the
Group?
constellation, and what's real and what isn't. I took it upon myself to grab a few items from some lockers. I mean, you can never be too prepared, right?
Just saying, they got a reputation. Hell, I bet half the crew here doesn't even believe they really exist.
Half the crew doesn't believe Earth exists, but it's still there. Same with Constellation.
Yeah, come on. Exploring space? Who does that anymore? Ain't the space we've already got complicated enough?
Need some
Not to them,
coffee or
apparently.
something? Got a packet around here somewhere.
I was feeling
Heller
pretty
putting that
hungry,
first
so
aid
I
seminar
decided to
to work on
snatch
you, huh?
a sandwich from the table.
that was my
Apparently, it was
sandwich.
not mine.
All right, Dusty. Airlock. Put your helmet on.
As we waited to meet our contact, who was about to pay a small fortune for this artifact, this day had been odd enough at this point that I believed anything could happen. So I made sure I was ready for anything. I grabbed supplies from the storage, an extra pistol. Meanwhile, Heller was still yapping away as usual. Once the ship landed, we made our way to meet Barrett from Constellation.
Barrett.
Man.
Been a long time.
Yes, it has. That mine on Bendy, right?
Kazal, hellhole, like this place. Rare mineral contract. Your tastes are a bit more sophisticated now, huh?
So, you found something? That fun, huh? Not the most gentle push into the great mysteries of space, but hey, been there.
Look, just hand over the credits, and I'll be happy to never see this thing, or you, ever again.
That's why I like you, Lynn. All business.
Barrett, the scanners on the frontier are reporting a ship coming in hot from orbit.
I really thought I lost them.
As we discussed what happened, apparently a ship from the Crimson Fleet, pirates, was picked up on our scanners, coming in hot. I mean, why not? It wasn't like a life-altering vision was enough, but no, now pirates. Luckily, my military training kicked in. They were looking for Barrett's ship and the artifact we had unearthed. So I took cover and opened fire. As I advanced, I dispatched a few pirates with precision shots. I even checked their spacesuits for anything useful.
Get away.
One pirate was hiding behind a crate. I put a few shots into that oxygen tank. After the threat was cleared, I scavenged what I could from the pirate corpses. A few miners were shaken, but it seemed as if everyone was okay.
Good. Me? I'm just gonna pass out as soon as my heart stops racing.
I returned to Barrett, and even after the attack, he couldn't stop obsessing over that artifact.
Work under pressure. You dug up the artifact, right? That means you saw it. The visions? You're coming with me to Constellation. You're part of this now.
Just go. Before I say something I regret.
Well,
After some discussion, it seemed I was going to be taking Vasco and the ship to a place called the Lodge, following Protocol Indigo. I didn't know what that meant or where it would take me, but all I knew was that touching that artifact, it had changed me, and I really wanted to know more.
Useful out there, and it even tells the time. We're still in one piece.
I stopped to check on Heller on my way to the ship, of course. We survived the attack, sort of. There she was, my new ship, the Frontier. With some military training under my belt, I figured I could probably wing it and figure out how to fly. I mean, how hard could it be, right? I mean, it's just a spaceship in space.
Captain, I assume you know how to fly a Class A starship. As Barrett likes to say, it's as easy as learning to ride a bike. I will attempt to boost the shields, just in case there are any difficulties. Shields ready. The rest is up to you.
With flawless execution, the vessel gracefully ascended into the void. I swiftly conducted a system integrity assessment.
You've proven an adequate pilot.
And then a Crimson Fleet ghost ship materialized,
Because
initiating an
that's a
assault.
Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear. We will need to disable their shields. Laser-based weaponry is particularly effective. If you can keep the enemy ship centered on the HUD, we can lock in to fire a homing missile. The enemy shields are down, Captain. Ballistic weaponry excels at damaging the hull once shields are offline. Congratulations on surviving your first Starship assault, Captain. We should search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. You will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains.
Once we defeated, we extracted essential salvage from the ensuing debris, and then 2 additional enemy vessels entered the fray.
2 more Crimson Fleet ships are jumping into our location, Captain.
Our vessel endured a brief exchange of fire, withstanding the assaults thanks to our robust shielding. Following the neutralization of both adversary ships, I salvaged all viable materials.
The amount of Crimson Fleet hostility has been far more than anticipated. At this rate, the odds of continual assault from their ships are high enough to jeopardize our mission. In short, they are after the frontier and will not stop. We will need to deal with the local Crimson Fleet captain. A recent scan indicates an abandoned facility on the nearby moon of Crete, a perfect staging area for pirates.
After the battle, Vasco decided we needed to make a stop. Despite Project whatever Indigo, we had to deal with a local Crimson Fleet captain on a nearby moon of Crete. Apparently, they weren't giving up on chasing the frontier. So our next stop